1 year from now, India will be voting. 56 weeks from now, 56 weeks at the most, we will have a new government. Tonight we will tell you on Times Now in this special Newshour edition exactly where which party is placed if an election were to take place today. This is a very, very detailed survey we are putting out tonight, which will give a fairly accurate picture of who will be in power in the center and how they will be in power at the center, which combination will be in a position to form the government in Delhi if elections take place right now. And there are some fairly startling findings, but before that, I'd just like to say that this is a C-voter survey based on a national representative sample of 38,332 randomly selected respondents, cumulative tracking poll data of 1.2 lakh respondents during the last 12 months across 540 Lok Sabha segments. The data we are putting out today is weighted to the known census profile. The margin of error, according to C-voter, is plus minus 3%. So this is fairly accurate. And it raises some very key questions, which I want to put up right at the start. Why has the BJP failed to capitalize on the losses of the Congress? Given these numbers, will the BJP be forced to cling on to Nitish or strongly project Narendra Modi? Will Indian politics change if Patnaik, Jaya, Mamata and Maya, as per this survey, come together with 100 plus seats? Non-Congress, non-BJP parties are set to cross a halfway mark as per this survey of 272. National parties, Congress and BJP getting edged out to 45% of the seats. Is India heading back to 96? Is India heading back to the 1998 situation? And in the middle of all this Khichdi Sarkar that we seem to be headed to, does it prove that the whole Rahul versus Modi fight is for appearances and not real? This is the debate. And look at that number, ladies and gentlemen. Non-Congress, non-BJP is going to be 272 plus. This is not an election about national parties. This is an election about regional parties. We'll take you through the numbers once again in great detail, and we'll explain what the numbers are looking like. I'll also put out what I think is the headline out of this whole sample. But first, let me introduce our political editor, Navika Kumar. Mr. Rajagopalan, senior journalist with us in the studio. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP, cephalogist himself. Professor Rajiv Gowda of IIM Bangalore, leans towards the Congress. Political editor of Outlook, Sabha Naqvi. Rashid Kidwai of the Telegraph from Bhopal. Jayanto Ghoshal of the Anand Bazar Patrika Group from Delhi. And the man himself who carried out this poll, Yashwant Deshmukh, who is the chief editor of C-Voter, will be joining me. He has a live feed from Dubai. I think in 3 or 4 minutes we'll have the satellite link up to Dubai. But the headline is this. I want to draw in Navika on the headline first. Navika, I read the headline as this. Let's put the numbers out. Congress party from 206 seats goes down to 113 seats. From 206, the Congress party goes down to 113 seats. That's minus 93 seats. The whole UPA ally goes down, UPA goes down from 227 to 128. UPA goes down by 99. The maximum hit is to the Congress party. So the UPA's losses are coming from the Congress party's losses, which are minus 93 seats. And on the other hand, let's put the BJP number up. BJP rises from 116 on its own to 141. It gains 25. But given the fact that this is a party which had actually lost 3% of the vote in 2009, the BJP has only gone up to slightly somewhere close to the 2004 level. It is not a gain for the BJP. It is just a slight improvement for the BJP and not an improvement that is good enough to bring it anywhere close to power. Navika, what is the headline you're drawing? The headline I'm drawing is Congress really losing ground, but the BJP really not gaining enough.
That's right, Arnab. BJP not really gaining enough, but we have to look at the Sea Voter survey. It was carried out between January and March. Now, that's not the time period when we really saw Narendra Modi on the center stage. So that's one issue that we'll have to keep in mind. Will the BJP gain momentum with Narendra Modi at the helm? That's the biggest question, because that is what will be the BJP's biggest challenge. As of now, there may be an anti-Congress wave, but there's no pro-BJP wave. And the Congress, while it sees its own power diminishing, the BJP will need to look at its own house. Which leader can get them past the 150, 160 mark, which is the minimum required for the BJP to be in the game for formation of government. Remember, many within the BJP say that is it a plus 180 or a minus 180 game? If it's plus 180, any one leader can get them, then that's the time that the BJP can even dream about making a government. Anything less than that, remember, it's always more difficult for the BJP to attract allies than it is for the Congress. Having said that, the real gainers are the regional parties once again. If you see the fourth front, 99 down from the UPA, who are the gainers? BJP is only getting 30% of that. What is really being gained is 52 seats go to the fourth front. And who really is the fourth front that has been described by the Sea Voter? It is the AIADMK in Tamil Nadu. It includes the Trinamool Congress, which will go up from 19 in the Lok Sabha today to 27 if elections are held today for 2013. It also includes the YSR Congress, and that's at 12 seats. Now, that's the state where the Congress is faring very, very badly, Andhra Pradesh, and that's where Jagan Reddy comes in. So, all of these are the real gainers. There are smaller parties, but clearly the three big gainers in this will be the AIADMK, the Trinamool Congress, and YSR Congress. They will get a lion's share of the losses of the Congress. There is a marginal increase even in the numbers that Mulayam Singh has, and therefore if you put the third front, which is the traditional third front, Mulayam Singh, as well as the left front, Biju Janata Dal, then it is really Mulayam Singh who, if elections are held today, could increase his tally from 23 to 35, but any loss of time could see a little bit of a downward trend for him. Left front is also expected to marginally improve its tally from 24 to 26, and that third front possibility is there. Clearly, Arnab, the story here is also how many alliance partners between the third and the fourth front can do a free crossover. That will determine which regional leader can attract more allies if both the Congress and the BJP are not in a situation to form the government. That really is going to determine which regional satrap can come up as the prospective Prime Minister.
Now, on the bottom of the screen out there, because this, just want to simplify it. What we are doing is we are putting the numbers on the top half of the screen where you're seeing 2009 numbers. Look at the screen out there. 2009 numbers are listed out. 2013 projections are listed out, and then you have the swing, which is in terms of percentage vote share. So, UPA loses 13%. That's a huge, huge swing away from the UPA. And I want to put this in perspective because the Congress party actually gained 2% between 2004 and 2009. Now, if you go lose 13%, that's a huge swing away from the UPA, and it is driven basically by an anti-Congress swing. It's a slight gain for the NDA, and it is not driven only by the BJP. It is driven by parties like the Shiromani Akali Dal and other NDA allies, which are expected to do much better. So the whole story here is BJP is failing to capitalize on the anti-UPA swing. That's the story. Now let's get some reactions. Now on the bottom of the screen, what we are telling you is which are the various ways, if this is the way the numbers are tracked, which are the various ways in which government can be formed. We're going to talk about that in some time. Reactions to what we have just put out. And in 3 minutes from now, we'll break it up state by state. Wherever you're watching today, we'll tell you how your state will be voting if elections are to be held now. Not a good story, is it, Mr. Narasimha Rao, for the BJP? In fact, you should be very worried.
Arnab, I think there is a lot for the Congress to worry about, which is losing 100 seats. And the BJP's rally, let me inform you, has just begun, and elections are scheduled elections are about 12 months away, and even if they happen earlier, it'll only be a worse scenario, much worse scenario for the incumbent government at the center. And as I said, the BJP's rally has begun, and as elections move closer, the voting intentions crystallize. You see, a year before elections, you would see a lot of negativity against the government in evidence in polls. But for the vote to translate, for the vote to transition to parties which can offer a better government, I think that will take some time to crystallize. And as I understand,
you are dodging the real issue,
are primarily. One second,
Mr. Rao, you are dodging.
The Congress losses are mainly because of
losing ground to
misgovernance.
regional parties. Regional parties and smaller parties are gaining in every state. You have no pre-poll alliances. You have not projected a leader. And this confusion is leading to a situation where you have a huge swing away from the Congress and you are not taking advantage of it. You are not taking advantage of the swing away from the Congress.
In the months to come, you will see a far more consolidation of the BJP vote. The people do not want to get into an Ayaram Gayaram government. People do not want to trust their governance with a party, with a set of parties which have absolutely no governance credit. And the people don't want to move from UPA, failed UPA to a failed, tested and tried and failed third
Professor Rajiv Gowda.
Eventually, the voters will move towards the BJP.
Professor Rajiv Gowda.
Let me get in on that.
Yeah, sure, Professor. You've seen the numbers.
See, the BJP has already peaked. The BJP has already peaked. In the states where it has any presence, it's not going to improve. In Karnataka, you're going to see a massive decline. And this poll has been conducted before the Karnataka elections, which is going to see a turn in the Congress's fortunes for the better. Okay, so essentially, this is a premature poll. The other thing that I want to bring to your attention
is a national poll.
What happened
No, this is a national poll. This is not a Karnataka poll. This is not a Karnataka poll. This is a state of the nation poll.
But the Karnataka result, when Congress wins Karnataka in a few weeks, that will have an impact on sentiment across the country. Let me also remind you about what happened in Uttar Pradesh. The Congress got 21 seats in the 2009 election. Whatever people may be saying in terms of their preferences for regional parties, when it comes to the national election, they start thinking about, we want a stable national government, and then there is a movement towards the Congress, a consolidation of various other votes that supports the Congress's chance to get back. That said, this poll is an early warning and an indication to the Congress party that it must get its act together. Well, there is enough time to communicate the successes of the government over the years, and to also, now that they have Rahul Gandhi in position as Vice President, to go forward out there with a new vision, a new energy, and recapture any ground that they may be losing out
Mr. Gowda, that's a straightforward Congress party line. I appreciate that, Rashid Kedwai. I don't think the writing on the wall is being understood by either of the national parties. The story is this, that the two national parties, which maintain about 50 to 55 to 56% of the seat share, are going to fall together. They are going down to 254 or 545 seats, which means 45 to 47% of the vote share. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. No, 1 minute. We keep talking. We keep talking about a Modi Rahul. No, 1 second. If you look at this election, 45% of the seats will be neither Modi nor Rahul. That is, if it is Modi. That's a crisis for the national parties. They're going to have changed strategy if they want to win and remain relevant. Rashid Kedwai, what do you think?
Yeah, actually, if you look at from a theoretical point of view, it's very bad news for the Congress. But I can visualize, people who are watching your program in 24 Akbar Road or even at Janpath, they'll be having an air of satisfaction because nobody is gaining. Modi is not emerging. And what matters most is the ability to form a government. We are seeing if you go by your survey, it shows that 96 like situation. And in 96 like situation, Congress would be willing to, back any secular formation to keep BJP at bay, as they would say it. And second thing is, you must remember, both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are not direct stakeholders in terms of becoming Prime Minister. Rahul is not in hurry. So there would be a government backed by Congress, perhaps from outside or power sharing, and you will see an interesting scenario. Rahul needs time, and Rahul would be able to, remove some of the dead wood that he keeps talking about.
You're being fairly optimistic. In the given situation, will the BJP sober down vis-a-vis Nitish Kumar, Mr. Rajagopalan? Vis-a-vis Nitish Kumar, because the BJP, let's give you the number here of the NDA tally, if I can just pull out the NDA tally. NDA tally is 184. This is the power quartet of 2013. Together they have 93 seats. NDA tally in 2009, 152. NDA tally in 2013, 184. Mr. Rajagopalan, if I take 19 of the JDU out, NDA tally of 2013, sorry to burst your bubble, will be 165, which means from 152 in an election you were decimated in as an alliance, the ally will get 165. If Nitish is not with you, can you afford to ask Nitish to go after this?